What's up, YouTube? It's your boy again, coming back to another video on this channel. As always, I am the Rhino.
I am the bat.
I am Empower.
So this is, I think, the first time the three of us have been on a podcast together. I know Empower and I have been on a podcast multiple times, and more closer to recent history. The Bat and I have been on one episode due to him being busy. At least that's what he claims. But anyways, thank you all for joining us today. We're going to be talking about travel since everything is opening back up again. But first of all, how's everyone doing?
I'm doing all right. Actually, speaking about travel, my mom's actually traveling to Portugal right now.
Oh, nice.
My parents are going to Portugal for a week and then come back here. They're trying to like properties we're trying to sell. So
Cool.
that's the reason why she's going there.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah. How are you today, Empower?
I'm doing really good. It's been a really good, busy week, so can't complain. Work is good. Life is good. You know, what more could you want?
I don't know about the rest of you, but I could use like a couple $1 million right now. Just saying. I'm kidding. But yeah, so like I said, travel. I guess we'll start off with the first question that Empower said. What are your thoughts about traveling? Let's try. How about this? We'll talk about post-pandemic and pre-pandemic, so we can get like a understanding of how different we like traveling before and after.
Well, since I traveled like 3 times during the pandemic, kind of sucked because you have to wear a mask at the plane. The first one where I traveled during the pandemic was me going to Cabo back in like December for New Year's for last New Year's, and then 4 weeks or 3 weeks later, I traveled to Costa Rica, which is a lot worse because like that's a 6-hour flight. You have to wear a mask on, and it was brutal. But I just glad. Hopefully, things are getting a little bit better. I hope, and but yeah, traveling during the pandemic was a little bit of a difference because you're not used to wearing a mask during a flight. It's like it's hard to breathe sometimes. So I've been yelled at by the flight attendants the first time I was going to Cabo because I had my mask down for a little bit. He's like, "Sir, can you please put your mask back on?" It's like, damn it. But you know, I had to follow the rules. So since I'm already fully vaccinated, I can go without mask now more.
You should start. You should still wear your mask if you're traveling in a plane or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm about to travel maybe next month. I just don't know where yet, but maybe Europe. But yeah, it's gonna be horrible for me to go to Europe because like it's like a 12-hour flight, I think. Yeah, I'll have to go here to New York, then from New York to Portugal. Sometimes it takes a while with all those connections.
Right.
Yeah. So you have to wear a mask regardless, even if you're vaccinated in a plane. I have friends that have traveled during the pandemic and they have to wear a mask at this time and they're fully vaccinated.
Right. I mean, I don't know. Like, for example, I haven't been on a plane since before the pandemic. Like, the last travel I did was up to Seattle back in early 2020, like February of 2020.
Ooh, love me some Seattle.
Yeah, Seattle's a nice city.
And I remember you were also like end of 2019, early 2020, you were Morocco.
Yeah, so up until I think about 2020, or yeah, early 2020, late 2019, my parents and I go, and some other family members who rather remain nameless would go to X country or X set of countries, and travel during like the Christmas, New Year's time, about to wherever. So end of 2019, I ended up going to Morocco. Again, that was the first time I've been away from my family, so I went by myself, enjoyed my time there. And then we ended up going to Dubai for a little bit, where I saw some of my family members there. And then we went to India for a little bit, which is always fun for everybody, especially for me, since everyone in my family who lives in India keeps asking me the same 21 questions of when I'm getting married. I was like, not yet. But then, but yeah, but as always, it's kind of just like it's fun. 20 end of 2018, I don't remember where I went. We went to I think we went to I don't remember. Wow. And then 2017, end of 2017, we went to Mauritius, which is in India. By the way, I'm planning to have my honeymoon in Mauritius. Just saying, if I ever get married. But yeah, that's all I've been doing, traveling the last few years.
Right. I've been traveling a lot throughout all Europe. I've been in Morocco. Morocco, I've been like 2011.
Nice.
And you know what I kind of like want to go? I think we should all book Egypt.
Egypt is
Egypt.
awesome.
I've been keeping an eye on Egypt because one of my buddies from AKA, which is American Kickboxing Academy,
Right.
went to Egypt. Bro, so we should go.
Agreed.
I saw all of his stories, all of his things. Bro, we should go.
The three of us.
Yeah, or Pranav. I get my own room though.
I'm not staying with anybody. I'm gonna bring my husband and we'll have our own itinerary. Egypt as well. Yeah.
I was gonna say all of us get
Yeah.
a room. That's it.
Yeah.
We all get our own
Exactly.
rooms. I'm not
Yeah.
sharing anything with
Yeah.
the bad.
No.
Oh, I went to a wedding too in Texas, and speaking about the room situation, it was like so many people. We went to the best hotel in Austin, Texas, and even though there's like a lot of people, some people slept on the floor. Couples. It was wild. They spent hella money. Those people that got married, then they ended up going to Cabo like 3 days later.
I honestly, I can't. As someone who's married, I just can't get behind that. I'm just not that kind of woman. Like, I don't believe spend all that money on one day. I'm more like, get people to get you bonds that you can use that for life. Don't just spend on one day, because that one day will go.
It wasn't just one day. It was like a week. So I went to Texas on Thursday. We did several other events, and I came back on Sunday.
Nice.
So it was 4 days. It was like a 4-day weekend in Texas. The only thing I hate about Texas, it's humid and hot.
Yeah.
Well, that's why cost of land out there, Texas, Arizona, Nevada, it is
Tennessee
because of that.
Yeah. If I would have moved to another state, I would have been Florida, not Texas. Just saying.
Really? I would move to Nevada. Nevada or Seattle, I don't know. We'll see where the future leads us. But I mean, right now, San Jose is home base. So.
Yeah. If I had to move, I'll move down to like Texas or Tennessee or something.
Tennessee.
Yeah. I don't know if I told you guys this, but I actually used to live in Tennessee for like 3 months back in 2016.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
You did.
so that was fun. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
where did you guys meet? At Syracuse?
No, we actually met in the 3rd grade.
Yeah.
3rd grade.
3rd grade. Sure. Grade school, way back when. So.
I met this guy at Crosland in Centerville in 2017, right?
Yeah, something like that.
That's awesome.
It's good. It's good. I love this guy. This guy, me and him, we go all the way back to 2017.
That's
we became good. We stayed like super good friends. We always talk to each other. We always whenever we need help with something, we help each other out.
Right.
And but he's always busy. So for him, the best time for me to text him is pretty much always on weekends, or unless he texts me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to interrupt him if he's like at work. So like.
Yeah, he does.
I did several times. I'm not gonna lie. So you see that smirk on your face.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys have a really good thing going, and I'm glad that with COVID becoming a little bit more manageable, you guys can, be safe and hang out and see each other. So that's awesome. You guys should definitely get together.
Yeah, I think the last time the two of us saw each other was when we went to, or when we tried to go to Shiva's in Mountain View. Or was that?
I think so. Wait, was the last time we hung out? We ate at a restaurant, right?
Yeah.
Or did we go to the club?
So that's the part I don't remember. Yeah, it was both. Regardless, it was in Mountain View. We ended up trying to go to Shiva's in Mountain View. By the way, it was a great restaurant. Highly recommended if it was still open. But we got there thinking it was open, but we read a sign saying, "Oh, it's closed permanently." I'm just like, damn. And we ended up literally going across the street and eating a burger.
Oh yeah, I think I was wearing like a polo shirt, right?
Yeah,
That day. Yeah, I was wearing like a polo shirt.
yeah. It was a good time. Highly recommend going to Mountain View if you have the chance for a visit.
So Empower, list of 5 countries you would love to travel to that you haven't been.
Japan, New Zealand, Ireland, the Maldives. Well, I mean, I know it's part of India, but I want to go to Italy again. Just the UK. I love the UK. Man, my list is long. I think I filled all your boxes. But yeah,
You can add 5 more.
If I want, I can have 5 more. Man, you know what? I'll tell you what. As I start knocking them off the list right now, my husband has on his, on our bucket list, he's got Japan, and he's planning for us to go in December if the borders open and if it's safe. I'm not going if it's risky. I can't do that. But I would definitely love to go. So it's first on our list, out of the country. Absolutely. Within the country, like y'all heard me say earlier, Seattle is one of my favorite places. Want to go to New York again. I just want to go. I think one thing that I've learned is that from pre-COVID to now, because I'm in such a great place in my career, I have the flexibility to go more, and I'm definitely not going to let location stop me anymore. So once things start to get better, I'm definitely going to be more mobile, and I'm so excited for that,
Right.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
I was also kind of thinking like maybe later on, like in future as like this, we were gonna travel.
Yeah.
I do have some places in mind where we can all go to. So I said Egypt is the first one.
Okay.
Europe, if you guys want to go to Portugal or Spain or
maybe I'd be open to it. Like, it's just like, I think I gotta be honest, I think the way that you guys have fun is not the way that I go down. So I'd be like, let's go and let's just meet up and just like keep in touch and be like, hey, are you okay? Because
I'm still alive.
I don't get down like you do. I do not get down like you guys do. I just don't.
Right.
I
think first of all, if everyone's okay with this, the 4 of us, if Pranav's down, to meet up somewhere in the United States and just hang out, or just meet up.
Yeah, I could be down.
Yeah, I could definitely like locally, because right now, with work, I am traveling a lot. Oh, I will be, and doing that. So yeah, definitely. Like I can always like, do something like a lunch or brunch or whatever. Like depending on, I think, Pranav, where is he located?
He's in New York, so
he's in New York. So that would be hard. That would be hard, unless we all flew out to New York and then we met up for a meal or something and just got together. We could do that.
Right.
Doesn't he go down several times? Pranav,
aka the hacker.
Yeah. Does he ever come back down to Seattle? Because doesn't he work in Seattle? Or
no, he originally was working in Seattle, but he changed jobs recently. So and he's dealing with a lot of personal stuff. So he's out in New York right now, living his best life as best as he can.
New York.
Right. That's awesome. No, like I said, I'd be down. Like we could maybe when things get, because right now New York is not handling things that well. But when they get right, that's an understatement. But when they get better at it, I definitely like that's on our list. So we could definitely all go at the same time and then meet up for like a meal or something. And then chill. And then the 3 of you guys should definitely have some time to like rekindle and just like go down memory lane. We all deserve those moments, right?
Right. If we end up going back to New York, I know a great set of places we should all eat at.
I would be down to like one. Like I feel like we could do one, but yeah, that would be fun. That would be fun. But hey, that's a to be decided or to be determined plan, considering all things that are going on. But yeah, that could definitely be fun. We can meet up for like a meal, and because there are other places that I want to go to, because Mike has never been, so I would love to take him around. But yeah, that sounds like fun.
I actually used to live in New York for a while, so I remember a whole lot of it when I was there. And unfortunately, I was actually planning to go to New York back in Thanksgiving of 2020. I had all my plans set out, hotels, airlines, everything just set up, and just like as soon as COVID hit, it's like, well, that's canceled immediately. And I got
you know that's for the sake of safety. Honestly, I feel bad because like one of my cousins was supposed to get married and all these things, but at the same time, this is something that we're just gonna have to live with. I mean, it's horrible, it's not ideal, but it's just something that we have to live with. So at this point, it is what it is. We have to just stop complaining, and we just have to do what we need to do so that it just does not get worse. And the people who, honestly, those of you that are skeptical about the vaccination, I don't know what to tell you, but stop waiting for the data, because the data of people who are not vaccinated, who are getting infected, it's the numbers are going up every single day. And I understand that if you get the vaccination, you are not immune to it. I'm not saying that I'm immune to it, but I am saying that if I get sick, it's a lot less severe and I would not be hospitalized. So I would rather take that risk than have the risk of being hospitalized, having lost many family members to COVID because they did not get vaccinated and because they ended up getting hospitalized. And some of them were abroad and I could not see them. So for those of you that do not believe in it, you do what you want to do, but just be aware. Just be aware, because it's spreading quickly, and these are choices that are affecting the collective. So just think about that.
Yeah, unfortunately, people are, I don't want to say everybody, but there are a few people who are not the brightest bulb in the cabinet and are just waiting for something that is very evident, but that's a different conversation for a different time.
Right. But I mean, thinking about travel, right? That's why it's such an issue, right? Because people, when we were told to stay in place, they did not.
Right. Exactly.
Right. So unfortunately, that's how do you think the virus was able to get from place to place? Because someone was a carrier and someone went from their original space and they were not supposed to go and they did.
Yeah.
And it's just mind-boggling to me, and it's very frustrating because I just feel like, I'm a rule follower, but again, if I don't believe in it, I understand. But at the same time, these are rules that are there in place for a reason, and there is science backing it up. So I don't understand the people who are gutsy enough to be like, oh, well, it's okay, it's worth it, it's for my cousin's wedding or this or that. No, it is not. No, it is not.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
Yeah, I know, like when COVID first happened, when people were going to the hospitals, people were like getting charged, I think like hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions of dollars, to get like lung transplants. And like,
yes,
again, just be safe. That's all we're saying. We're not saying get the vaccine or don't get the vaccine. That's your decision. But all we're saying is be safe, be concerned about not only yourself and your family, but everyone else around you and your family members.
Well, I agree. I agree to an extent. I agree that you should be safe, but when it comes to being vaccinated or not being vaccinated, it's because there are so many people who are not vaccinated that this is going to continue, because there is so much skepticism around it. And I understand there's no guarantee. I understand that vaccines are a risk. I was skeptical too, but having gotten it and having seen the benefits firsthand, I would rather get it and have a booster year after year than to not, because the risk of not getting it and the risk of my health and my loved ones is that much greater. And I refuse to put my internal circle at risk.
Right.
That's just not fair. And that's really selfish of me to think, well, I'm immune or it's a hoax or whatever it is. And I know that's getting into sticky territory, so I'm going to leave it there. But I do think that people should really rethink their stance on it going forward, because the evidence is in the news that you will see and hear every single day going forward.
Right. So anyways, let's go back to traveling. The bat, let's just say top 5 places you want to go to that you have never been to.
Kind of hard on this one. Pretty much been to a lot of countries.
Well, you just said Egypt, right? That was one.
Egypt is one. Well, I've almost been there, but then it's like nearby. Morocco is probably the nearest country I was in.
Okay.
Nearby. And kind of want to go to South Africa too for its history. Because I remember the World Cup in 2010 when I was there, and just like it still has history that has to be made. It still has like segregations between whites and blacks in that country, even to this day, which is still, it's like, so that's still some problems. Then I guess another country I would like to visit that I haven't really been to. I'm trying to think. I haven't been to India yet either, but my cousins have. And trying to think of another country. So that's 3.
That is 3. That's great. You have 2 more slots. What about, I don't know, does the Netherlands, New Zealand, those are definitely on my list.
Good.
Yes, those
I've
are
been
definitely.
in the Netherlands, but just passing by. I don't know if that counts.
That doesn't count. That doesn't count.
You should go to stay. Maybe even Australia is gorgeous. So much green, so much
I've been in Australia too.
You have. Okay, what about Iceland? Iceland is a beautiful.
Greenland.
I kind of want to go Greenland. No one lives in Greenland, bro. I think
in Iceland, that's the joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've heard good things about Iceland. It's just small country. I know some famous people from there, like the Mountain, Game of Thrones actor, strongman. And Iceland seems pretty good too, because like when I was 2016 Euro Cup, their country, their whole entire country traveled to France just to watch their national teams play. And they invented the Icelandic clap.
Yeah.
The thunderclap.
Yeah, which became pretty famous at that time because they started using it. The Vikings from the NFL started using it.
Right.
Copied from it ever since. And Iceland's there for.
Okay, so you got 4. So one more. Would you Belize or
Brazil?
I've been in Brazil.
Okay. South Sudan?
Nah.
You know what? Considering time, let's let him think on it. And if he comes up with it, he can let us know. But that you have a really good list. That's a pretty solid list. You should start, maybe give it 6 months or so and start knocking them knocking one off at a time.
Yep.
Kind of want to travel to what's this other country called that's in South America? Probably Colombia. I heard many good things about Colombia.
Colombia, Barcelona.
Barcelona's in Spain.
That is true. But I actually was throwing it out there because that's one that's on my list, possibly, potentially.
Yeah. I mean, I've been to all of Spain. It's like near Portugal.
Well, yeah, and then for you, that makes sense, right? Because your family, your parents, but it's like you mentioned India is on your list. India is not on my list. But that's a complicated story.
I have a guess on why, but I'm not gonna say that out loud.
No, it's all good. I don't want to hear any.
Yeah.
No, it's actually, I love where my family is from. I love the beauty of it. I love all the good things, but there are still a lot of things that need to change, and it still has a lot of dark things going on, and I just can't be in a space like that as a woman. I just can't. And especially considering that I am definitely not the mold, it's just not a place that I have the desire to explore right now.
Yeah.
I remember like a year ago, me and Rhino, we were talking about like the top 10 most cases of last year. And he told me like maybe India has the highest number because, you know, the government's not counting every single person. The same thing could be said to any other country too. I'm pretty sure Brazil also stopped counting at one point. They're like, they let it like go.
Well, you know, these are countries where it's all about
power,
appearances, right? So there's a commonality there in the way that they run things and the way that they want the world to perceive them, right? So it's a pretty complex matter, but you know, I mean, it is what it is. You know, but
I mean, no country in the world has a good 100% government.
Right. No, there are no clean hands in history. I will definitely not say that. And you know, I'm grateful to be here because it is easier as a woman, but is it perfect? No. Are there flaws? Very many. Are there critiques that I have? Absolutely. But you know, this is where I was planted, right, to grow. But luckily we're in a world where we can travel and we can explore and we can go. So even for me, where the US is home base, or you know, Bay Area, California, doesn't mean that I have to be here all the time. It means that I can go, I can book a flight, I can explore the world. Same goes for you guys, right?
Yeah, I mean, I have traveled a lot too. Like, you know, I've been to other states. I went to school in Colorado, Boulder, UC.
I love Colorado.
And you should go, bro. Nice mountains. Right?
I've been through Denver, but I've never been to Denver, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Then you should go. You should
so
go.
Were you just in Denver, like downtown, or just the airport?
I'm thinking layover.
Layover.
Yeah.
The airport of Denver has so much history though. Like there's a blue. I don't know if you guys heard about the blue horse statue that's standing outside of Denver Airport. No?
I actually have not. I have not heard of that.
It's like a story where it happened in real life. There's the creator who made it. Actually put it there, but actually he was killed by that. It fell on him. And then they also said like maybe it's like spirited or something, or like haunted or some stuff. But you know, Denver's airport has a very secret like conspiracy theories. There's people that believe, like, which I'm pretty sure, I don't know, there's like 100%. I don't know. It's like it's a weird airport too. I've been there many times.
Yeah.
And then like they say like the underground's maybe like a base or something, like the military base.
Legends. I like it.
I don't know. That's what they were talking. That's what the locals say a lot, and that's what it's like. That's what I'm saying. Like it's the weirdest airport house, even designed too. It just looks like white tents, like tents.
Yeah.
Like,
well.
And I mean that airport's massive too.
It's huge, yeah.
Pretty big.
Well, you know,
I got lost many times on my first time going to Boulder in that airport.
Very cool. No, there's a lot of hidden history in this country. I think that still has to be uncovered, and that's what we have to understand. That we have to respect that the world is changing, and that has to do with travel, right? Because before where you were planted was where you could be and you couldn't leave, but now we get to explore, and that's why the Bat has these experiences. Rhino, you've had experiences, I've had experiences, and we just need to keep going because I'm all about history and
I love
understanding, right? How it's come, how it's changed, and how it is currently changing. It's changing so much. The fact that we are currently having a talk about it via Zoom says that the world is changing, right? A year ago, this would not have been. So the fact that things have changed, and it's I think it's for the better. And I know that there have been some sacrifices, but I'm really looking forward to how the world's change is impacting travel going forward and just all aspects of our lives. So I'm really excited for that. And
Right.
I know there are going to be some bumps in the road, but hey, that's kind of part of life.
Right.
So what about yours 5 destinations that you want to go, Rhino?
My top 5. Well, number 1 would be, I don't know, for those of you who are watching this on YouTube, or not watching this on YouTube and listening to this on wherever podcasts are sold, I'm actually pointing to a All Blacks flag right above my head, which is the New Zealand rugby team. Or yeah, this is basically the New Zealand rugby team. I'm a fan of theirs. But anyways, number 1 is New Zealand. Number 2 would be Nepal. Always been fascinated with climbing Mount Everest. So that's number 2. Number 3 would be Luxembourg. 4 would be
not many people know Luxembourg. That's you know how I found out about this country too, because Portugal played them for the World Cup qualifiers. You know, since I love, like, you know, I learned so much from football or soccer or culture, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
Like their regions. Like there's countries that most people haven't heard.
Right.
Like, have you guys heard of Andorra? It's between France and Spain. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So not many Americans know that. I'm American too, but no one really knows about it. It's like, hey, where the hell is that at? What's they gonna say? All right. So your next one.
I think that was number 3 was Luxembourg. Number 4 would be Switzerland because I want to go see the CERN super glider.
Switzerland is beautiful.
Yeah. I got family in Switzerland.
Nice.
I do too.
I've been in Switzerland many times. Like,
never been.
I gotta say, Switzerland's like one of the most beautiful countries I've ever been to.
Right.
Yeah. Continue.
And my last one will be, I have to make so I know the Bat and I do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and I think he knows where I'm going with this. But my number 5 is I have to make a pilgrimage to Brazil. Because for those of you who don't know about Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu was founded by a family in Brazil, a Brazilian family called the Gracies. And
well, they were actually found in Japan, but the Brazilians modified it more.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu as a whole was basically started because of the Gracie family. It's like they're the, lack of a better word, they're the gods of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. They're gods essentially in the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu world. So with that being said, that's my top 5. We're going.
Yeah. All right.
Very cool.
Oh, so these are the countries you haven't been to, right?
Correct.
All right. Yeah. No wonder you didn't say Portugal because you were there 2 years ago, right?
That's right. I was there in Portugal. I was in Spain and Portugal 2018.
I remember this guy was like sending me pictures. Hey, I'm in your country. Look, takes a selfie, and then there's like lisping in the background.
Right.
I remember this guy. That's what you were doing the whole time you were there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've been to Brazil, but you know, I've been to Brazil to the World Cup where Portugal played horrible. But you know, I didn't. I went to. We went to like other games too. That, you know, tickets were pretty pricey.
Yeah.
Pretty pricey.
I wish, like, talking about Portugal, I wish I had more time in Portugal because I've only been to Lisbon for like a couple of days, and I wish I had more time in Lisbon. No, again, that's just my opinion. Same thing with
I got family in Lisbon and family in Madeira Islands, the same island where Cristiano Ronaldo is from.
Nice.
It now has a museum too, because, like, you know, now has more tourists going in. It's been getting a lot of tourists, like Hawaii, because, like, you know, Ronaldo's from there. So and I know exactly where he grew up, because like my family grew up in Funchal, which is the same city where he was born. So, like, you know, he lived like several. Well, in Europe they say kilometers, but here we say miles. So like several miles away. I mean, it's nice. You should visit there too. Madeira Islands. It's like one flight from Lisbon.
Nice.
And you should go to Porto. Porto is like the second biggest city in the country.
Right.
That's very popular. A lot of people go. And Lisbon and Porto have big, teams that they kind of face off each other. And then down south, Algarve, you go there if you're into like surfing, beach. It's kind of like Cabo or Cancun or something down there. So like you could go there. It's mostly for tourists. If you like surfing, you can surf. And I'm not gonna surf over there because they have like large ass waves.
Right. Also, it's on my bucket list to surf off every continent in the world, and so far I am 2 for 4.
For surfing? Wait, you surf?
Yeah, I'm not good at it, but I like it. It's fun.
I mean, I remember the first time I surfed, I ate a freaking water wave I swallowed.
Yeah. That's what happened to me too.
I mean, the last time I did a little bit, well, not really surfing, but being too much in the water was down in Costa Rica earlier this year,
Right.
back in January. And Costa Rica is nice. You guys should visit. You guys should add Costa Rica on your list. So it's pricey though.
That's what I've heard. It's like it's really pretty, really, really good to go there, but it's expensive as all hell.
I mean, we never really went to the capital. We were mostly like in the beach or volcano area.
Right.
And we stayed in Four Seasons, which was like maybe like 2 or 1,000 a night. Stayed there for a week. And yeah, my mom paid for everything. I'm spoiled as shit, so I still got a job. I still do some stuff. But I went with a friend. I went with a buddy of mine. And every time we were getting food, I'm like, "Hey, we're brothers," so people don't think we're like you know what, all the time. There, just trying to be like funny, like we're brothers. And then it's fun too, because like we were snorkeling. I don't know if you guys snorkel.
Snorkel.
You guys do snorkel? I'm pretty sure you do snorkeling, right?
I swim. I used to swim almost professionally, but I do not. I've never been snorkeling, but I'm open to trying it one day.
It's fun. It's pretty fun. You get to see what's under you, and like you don't have to worry about like stepping on rocks, because I cut myself stepping on a rock down there too. Well, that's me going into the ocean. That part of the had like rock, and I got cut. I kind of bled a little bit. And no sharks, but there's sharks there. But the place where I was, like, there wasn't. Where I bled, it's like the hotel beach. So like,
right,
I can just get out of the water quickly. But then I saw some, like, the shark I saw there was a white-tipped shark, I believe. They're pretty docile, but it was down there, down in the rocks, just chilling. And but they're very docile, so I didn't worry about that. But still a little bit, just in case you want to get bitten by a shark, because they're like animals, they can bite. So then what I saw more down in Costa Rica was the volcanoes. We saw some snakes.
Nice.
Some lizards, and some like kind of raccoon-like animal. I forgot it's called.
I'm just looking at Empower's face right now when you said snakes and lizards. Like, no, don't want to be there. Don't want to do that.
I mean,
no. Like I love animals. I do. Yeah. I'm a big animal lover. But I do think that all creatures are beautiful, and I do know that sharks actually coconuts kill people more because people are dumb, and sharks actually just go after blood. But I'm more down to be to go explore the coral.
Snakes and spiders kill more than sharks, to be honest.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No, I'll explain my face. My face, for the sake of time, because you told us that you have to go to SF, and I know how that can be. But
I'm going to SF like in the afternoon mostly.
Oh, okay.
I gotta buy some groceries before I go though, because like I ate a lot. So like when I was taking a picture in Costa Rica of one snake, I was really scared because they're like eyelash pit vipers.
Yeah.
Just hang out in the trees.
Yeah.
Like I was really scared, like, I was like this close, like I was like maybe, I don't know how close, but like kind of close, like my hand was shaking a little bit, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
So one little turn back, boop, I got to go to the hospital. If one's bitten, I have to go to the hospital. I can't really like chill.
Yeah.
I have to go to the hospital because their venom was like kind of deadly.
Dangerous.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I think it's neurotoxin. So it attacks the nerves and make you paralyzed or something. I think that's what their venom does. I think they're neurotoxin.
That's
I
when
studied
neurotoxins-
reptiles and amphibians when I was a lot younger because they always fascinated me as a kid.
Right.
So I do know that India has a lot of dangerous snakes or
Yeah.
animals over there, like tigers and stuff. But yeah, there were some jaguars over there too. We didn't really see the jaguars, but it would have been pretty dope. But I saw a caiman. I mean, not a caiman, American crocodile swimming.
Nice.
You were in the boat. You were in the boat, and we just saw swimming, and then we saw some pretty good animals over there down in Costa Rica too. I love Costa Rica. I love to go back.
Beautiful. That sounds beautiful.
And just make sure when you go hiking on the volcano to check every tree branch. Don't even touch it.
Right.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people touched and then they get bitten by those snakes. So the only way you have to go to the hospital, and the hospital is pretty far.
So Costa Rica is the place to check out, albeit the creatures and the finance aspect of things. It is definitely something for us to check out according to the bat. So we should.
Yeah.
I mean, my parents just got a house back in August down there. Nice big villa thing. They've
All
been
right,
there since August. My parents are actually going to Portugal today.
So I guess we're going to Costa Rica and we're gonna hang out at the Bat's house, just saying, all of us. I'm just kidding.
That sounds like
that's where my parents been stationed since COVID back in August, though.
very nice. That's smart. At least they're there where they can be happy and they can have a good time and they have their own place. So that makes sense.
I mean, they were there for many reasons. They were there because like California has like a lot of problems, like COVID and wildfires and like other things, crazy things going on. So they were.
It's not ideal. No, I
mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah, but now they're going to Portugal because we're trying to like sell some properties that my aunt was supposed to do, but she got COVID. So, but she recovered, by the way. I remember back in like late May, she was in the hospital. She was hospitalized and all the prayers helped my aunt too. And now she's recovering. She was about to get her dose for vaccinations but she got COVID because one of my cousins got it and transmitted it to some people in her family, but they all recovered. They're just waiting like several more days, I think, to get their vaccinations. Because once you get COVID, I think you have to wait like at least like 90 days or something.
Yeah,
or
but
like several months.
We're so glad that she was able to recover and that you guys are all
Thank you.
Everyone is all safe and healthy now. So I think
I mean, they were very careful at first, but my cousin just like, somehow got it.
Yeah, no, things happen. Things happen. It's not a perfect recipe, but we're just really glad that she's safe and sound and your family is healthy. And I think with that, Rhino, do you want to take it away?
I guess we'll end the podcast here. But as always, thank you for listening to us here on YouTube and wherever podcasts are sold. Check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever you can get access to us. Also, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to the YouTube channel here that you're also watching us on. You can find me, or you can find the hacker at pkrish19. I'll put the links in the YouTube description box down below. You can find me personally, the Rhino, on YouTube at Firehawk Archer 1 and 2. Yes, I have my own two YouTube channels. You can follow me on Instagram at Firehawk Archer 1. Follow me on Twitter with 300 Dragon Wolves. Yes, I know, weird name. You can follow the podcast Instagram at Rhino and the Bet Podcast. You can follow us on Twitter. Victor, where can people find you?
Cool Victor77 on Instagram.
Yeah. Empower, how about you? Where can people find you?
People can find me at empoweru_agency at Facebook as Sneha Gandhi White, on LinkedIn as Sneha Gandhi, and I look forward to connecting.
Right. For those of you who are watching us on YouTube, I'll put everything in the description box down below so you can check it out. As always, have a good one. See you in the next episode. Peace.
What's up, guys? Just want to make this quick pre-advertisement show. Like always, Smart Soap is our sponsor today, and you can see their ad here. Thank you, Smart Soap, for sponsoring this video. Much appreciated to you guys. As always, links in the description box down below. Please check them out. They do support the show, but don't worry, no added cost to you guys. They are a soap company. Shocker. And they basically help guys like me who are both martial artists and lifters to basically keep clean. Obviously, if you're a martial artist, you don't know who has what. You're sweating everywhere. Same thing with lifting too. You don't know who, like, which sweaty person touched what, and yeah, it keeps you safe. It keeps you clean, and it keeps you safe from ringworm and like other stuff that could actually be, number one, contagious. Number two, be very harmful for you and other people. So just stay safe. And like I said, it's a great soap company. I actually personally use this, so I can actually tell from experience that, hey, this is something that you should definitely check out. But as always, thank you for listening, and here is your podcast.